Hello, MAR3802 students. Thank you so much for watching this video. I just wanted to make sure to give you some reminders about your marketing simulation before you go in and start that. So I'm here with a version of your course. This is my personal version here, so it should look pretty similar to what you guys have going on in yours. The first thing I wanted to point out are all these lovely orientation videos at the top of the screen, specifically paying attention to your practice marketing full sim orientation video and your marketing mini sims orientation video. The marketing mini sims you've been working on should really help prepare you for doing the practice marketing full sim. You're going to complete this simulation over a few weeks. And your professor is going to end the turns for you automatically, but it is kind of one continuous simulation. So this practice marketing full sim is the most complex, the biggest of the simulations. So I just want to make sure you guys are fully prepared for that. Please make sure you watch and engage with the practice marketing orientation video. If you don't, you won't understand the simulation. Also, you have an assignment that's going to be in Module 4, the practice marketing tutorial. That's going to be majorly important for you. You must complete that before you do the practice marketing group corporation multiplayer. Okay, so this one you can see this is worth a lot of points. This is going to be the big shebang you're starting. Okay, you'll want to make sure that this assignment here, it has one link, so you'll keep coming back into your Module 4 to play this. It's one continuous assignment over multiple weeks. So there's only one link for it. So if you're like, oh, I'm in Module 5, I want to do my marketing simulation, go back up to your practice marketing link, and you should be able to see that. Let's go ahead and maybe take a preview of how this is going to look for you. And you'll excuse, I'm here in my instructor view, so it just looks slightly different for you, but everything still stands. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up our practice marketing group corporation, and I'm going to put on my student preview. So what you guys will see when you start your simulation is not unsimilar to what you've been doing in your mini sims. I highly recommend you screenshot this because it reminds you what your task is, what you're supposed to be doing. So every turn in this simulation is a business quarter. You guys are actually doing the multiplayer. So in the multiplayer, there's just a few differences that I'll point out in just a moment, but you have a few different tasks here. The first thing you have to do is go in and choose your target segment for who you're going to target for this backpack building project. I want to point out these three tabs to you: profile, sales, and feedback. You want to come back and check on this feedback. Excuse me, I just clicked away there. Check on this feedback tab every time you end a turn, so you can see what's going on and see if your product is up to par for what they want. These sales as well, you want to see what's going on there. And then the initial profile, this information is going to help you decide who you're targeting. And this information on preferences is going to help you build your backpack. So once you've gone in and picked a segment that you want to target, let's say you do like school children. I know that they have a high need for capacity, comfort, and durability. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and target this segment. My next step is I need to build my backpack. I skipped to price. There we go. I need to build my backpack. So, okay, remind me again. My people I'm trying to target here: capacity, comfort, and durability. Capacity, comfort, and durability are going to help me make my decisions as I'm building my backpack. So at each turn here, I'm going to try and find the best rates for capacity, comfort, and durability. So this one here seems pretty good for capacity and comfort, and it's not very expensive. I think it's really smart to kind of start small and then get bigger as you go through the simulation. Again, these straps, not bad here. These are a little more expensive, but they have the comfort and durability there. Features, this is kind of up to you. I think it could be smart to maybe have a cartoon graphic or something like that in there. Material, again, looking for a capacity, comfort, and durability. This one seems pretty good. This one's a -1 on the comfort, so that can't be good. This one is synthetic. I wonder. Let's see. So maybe we'll go with this one. Okay, and then color. So again, that's your choice, what you think students might be interested in. So you pick a color. Now, next step is setting your price. We know we got to figure out what price they're comfortable in. So again, going back to our students, average purchase price is 26. So here I might bring my price up to, let's say, 20 something. It looks like my cost per unit is too high though. So knowing that, I might go back and toggle with my backpack because I feel like it's a bit too expensive, $26. So I'm going to go ahead and check back, see where I spent the most money. I'm going to go with something more basic for the straps. This one doesn't have really any data for durability, so maybe I'll keep that. Keep my features. And I think I'm going to go with synthetic. So this is a lot cheaper. Now I can change my product, but for now I think I should start less expensive to make the most money I can. So let's say I charge 24 for this. Confirm my changes. All right, so those are the most important first two steps you're going to do. You'll need to make sure you are choosing your distribution here. So automatically there's direct. When you click on each of these, it'll show you who it appeals to the most. So obviously you want to take a look at the sales, the profiles to see where the students are shopping the most. And that's probably where you want to target, right? So you would click accept terms to distribute to somewhere. And finally, you have to do your media campaign. So here you're looking to appeal to children, right? To the school children. So something like fun, is probably good for the school children, I would say. Great value. Let's see. Oh yeah, so that works. So fun and great value. I like that. Right now, my clarity and competitiveness are looking pretty good. So I may just keep that there. And then the last thing you'll have to do is go ahead and pick for your media. So again, same deal, guys. You're always looking back at what the students are interested in. So you would go in and let's look at television. These different channels. Obviously, the cartoon channel is where the students are most. So you want to go ahead and set a frequency for that and invest some money. Again, starting small is smart. You don't have a lot of money to begin with. So starting small is kind of what you want to do. You can see the cost and everything there. And then once you guys have made decisions for your first turn, you would end your first turn. And it's going to give you information on how you did. You guys, everybody in the group has to approve of this. And we would end turn. And then it tells you how you did. So each turn is a quarter. So this is our first quarter. And honestly, we did not do bad. We are not, it looks like my net profit is a little negative. I think that is probably because my marketing costs were a bit too high. So that's something. In order to fix my sales too, because I don't have too much there, I would probably go up and change my distribution channels possibly. So that's something you might want to play with throughout. When you go to this little backpack island, it shows you where you rank among the other groups. These are the people you're competing with in your class. They have their corporations' names. And if you go back to your island, we want to see what the students are saying. So what's the feedback? It's exactly the pack I need. It has the colors. You love the color, perfect size, and the price is right. So that means I have a good product. So now at this point, it's going to be playing with my distribution, increasing my marketing, and going through my different business quarters to grow my business as much as possible. That's the basics of the simulation. The other thing I wanted to share are some differences with your multiplayer group corporation. This is a PDF you have available to you, and I highly recommend you reference this. You do have technically a driver at any given time, and they're the person who's making some of the decisions. But all of these things, all of this final plan has to be approved by other members of the team. If multiple people are online together, the driver can choose to click relinquish control by clicking the button next to that team member's name. There you go. You can relinquish the control. And then finally, the submitting the plan. That's how you guys are going to confirm what your plan is for that particular turn. So it also has caveats in here, like if the plan is rejected. And note, if there's no consensus, the final plan that was in there at the time of the turn ending is what they go with. So make sure you're paying attention to that. This multiplayer group corporation guide is available to you in your course as well. So I would reference this. But good luck, you guys, with the simulation. And as long as you're prepared and you're looking before and studying up on how this is going to be, I think you guys will do really well.